Hi there, gorgeous! Hope you're having a great day so far. In today's video, I tested out a number of viral TikTok video beauty hacks, and I'm going to be showing you up close what happened with each of these. Some of them are really interesting and worked out really well. Others are like, yeah, no. So let me share with you what I experienced. The first one I wanted to share with you is a hair porosity test. I had never heard of this before, but it looked really interesting. And basically what it is, I'll show you the video here on the side as I'm talking about it. And I wrote some stuff down so I could remember how to relay it to you. Hair porosity is a way to test out how your hair absorbs and retains moisture. And there are 3 different levels to it. There's low porosity, medium porosity, and high porosity. And what you do to test this out is you take a clean strand of hair. So you wash your hair, don't put any conditioner in it. Clean, dry hair, take a strand, stick it in a glass of water, notate how it falls in the water. If it floats on top of the water, you have low porosity hair. If it stays in the middle, then you have medium porosity hair. And if it sinks all the way to the bottom, then you have high porosity hair. Pretty interesting, right? Now, if you have low porosity, it means that your hair does not easily allow moisture in, nor does it allow moisture out. If you have medium porosity, which is considered normal, then your hair allows moisture in, holds it for a good amount of time. If you have high porosity hair, this is typically hair that has been damaged, and this is hair that allows moisture in and out because of damage, and there are large openings in the hair cuticle. So this is usually hair that you want to repair and correct and get it more to a normal level. So I turned out to have high porosity hair. The hair just sunk right to the bottom, which I had expected to see because I color my hair and I do a lot of heat styling and whatnot, which is really not good, but you know, it is what it is. Now, if you're sitting there wondering, okay, why did you even do that test? What can you do about it? You can change the hair porosity that you have with products that are designed to repair damage. So I'll talk more about those here in a minute, but I wanted to share with you the next viral TikTok hack that I tried out. And this one was really interesting and it worked really well. This girl took a piece of tape, and I'll show you the video as I'm talking about it. She used like a masking tape and she applied it onto her brows in straight lines as a guide for plucking hairs. I know people don't like it when you say plucking. Tweezing. There we go. Tweezing hairs that she didn't want in the brows, and it worked really, really well. I tried this out myself with some blue painter's tape and it was actually really cool. It provided an excellent guide for me to tweeze the hairs and get the shape that I wanted in my brows. So this was a really fascinating hack that I could see doing really well for a lot of people. So if you've had trouble with tweezing your brows, definitely try this one out. This next one was, I didn't really know what to expect with it, but I tried it out. So I'll show you the video as I'm talking about it here. So basically she takes a false eyelash and instead of applying it like normal on the lash line, as you usually would, she applied it up on the wing itself. So she drew a wing on the outer corner of the eye and then attached the lash to that wing in an effort to lift the eye and contribute to that wing-like effect. And it looked great. I mean, it looked very easy, very doable. And I was like, yeah, let's try that. So I tried it and no, I have downturned eyes as it is, which is why I wanted to try this, because I thought, wow, if it really lifts the eyes, then it could look really great. It just felt really weird. It felt really, really awkward. And it looked really strange too. Like it just didn't look flattering, and you could really tell that I applied the lash wrong. And yeah, this one, while it looked good on her and it may look good on some people, on me personally, I did not like it, did not care for it, and I kept finding myself going like this. It was awful. Now back to the hair porosity test that I talked about in the beginning. Generally, if you want to fix hair porosity, you can go to a salon, you can spend a lot of money to fix it and get really great results. But hey, a lot of us want to save money. I mean, that's the whole theme for my channel, at least. I like to save money. I like to pass those savings on to you. And so I discovered this professional hair care line called AMOS Professional, and it's a South Korean hair brand. And I really, really have loved South Korean makeup. Everything I've tried basically has been top notch. So I was really intrigued in trying this line for that reason alone. And I have to tell you, I have been completely amazed at how this system has worked on my hair. And I've been using it since conducting that hair porosity test. And so I conducted the test again, and you can see now that the hair floats in the middle of the glass, exactly where it's supposed to be, as opposed to sinking all the way down to the bottom. They have this one product called their True Repair Treatment CMC. It's a deep repair treatment, and you put it on after you use the shampoo. They also have a True Repair night cream that you put on your hair and you leave it in overnight, and it really does make your hair feel so silky, soft, smooth the next day. It's absolutely amazing. And when I use these particular products, I always apply them onto the ends of the hair because that's typically where the most damage is. I always stay away from the scalp because it can make things a little more greasy up there, which we really don't want. And that's the beauty of leave-in products like this, is that it allows your hair to take in the nutrients without adding heaviness to your scalp. Scientifically speaking, if you're wondering what this formula does, it has 12 amino acids and a hydrolyzed soy protein that helps to fill in the gaps within the cuticles, and this helps to seal moisture into the hair while strengthening it at the same time. So there is a definitive difference in my hair after having used these products, and I'm really happy that I was able to see in the hair porosity test the true beginning and the true end, and wow, what a difference it's made in my hair. So if you want to try out the hair porosity test, it's really fascinating. And if you have high porosity, I think you would love this line from AMOS Professional. It's absolutely amazing. It doesn't smell fruity or flowery either. That's been always one of my pet peeves with some of the US hair care products here. This has more of a professional salon type smell to it, and it's very lovely to use. So I will have those products listed and linked for you below in the description box in the event that you would like to try them for yourself. The next video that I tried out was this one that I thought was really interesting, and it was hard for me to do because I didn't have a tube. So I'll show you the video of what she did. She took an empty tube and she filled it with water and then put it in the freezer and was able to twist it up and get like an ice stick to put over her face in the morning. And this is great for puffiness, by the way. And I know that there's a product that was created specifically like this, but I didn't want to go out and buy that product. I thought this was a great little hack to try. So I didn't really have anything to push up this type of thing with, and I tried an old deodorant stick that I had used up that was a push up, but the water ended up getting frozen in it and it wasn't really working. So I just used the stick of ice that little container had created, and I was pleasantly surprised by it. Now I know that you're not supposed to do this that often because it can break capillaries in the skin, so you have to be careful with applying ice directly to your face, but I will tell you, on days when I haven't really slept that well or I just need a general wake up, this does it, and it feels really good to do it too. So it's a really effective treatment. Along those same lines, I saw another video where she took a beauty blending sponge, wet it with water, and then put it in the freezer, and then used it the next day. And what I gathered that this was going to do was the same thing like I just showed you. It's generally a way to depuff the face, and it makes your skin look more luminous. Well, yeah, you can't do this straight out of the freezer. Feels like hitting yourself with a rock. No fun. But if you take out your sponge and you allow it to sit while you're doing the rest of your face, by the time you get to applying your foundation and you've allowed the sponge to melt a little bit and soften up, it is so wonderful on the skin. It's very cooling because it retains that frozen-like effect, but it's spongy and it's absolutely awesome. So if you're looking for a great way to wake up when you're doing your makeup in the morning that will help to depuff things, I really enjoyed this technique, and this is one I could see myself doing more in the future because it was just absolutely lovely. One of the other viral hacks that I tried is one that I have tried somewhat in the past, but the girl in this video did it a lot differently. She took translucent powder and put it directly onto her mascara wand, and then put the wand into the mascara and then applied it to her lashes. And this was supposed to make the lashes look bigger and thicker. I've tried that before with translucent powder and it worked pretty well, but I'd never done it where I put it into the mascara. So I took one that I was getting ready to throw out because you just never know, you know? And so I didn't ruin the mascara, but it was okay. It wasn't the best. It wasn't as good as when I put the translucent powder directly on the lashes. It just got lost somewhere in translation for me personally. And it wasn't a hack that I really loved. Probably not one I would try again. And if you see it, I would say it's not really worth it. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for being here and taking the time to watch. And let me know if there is a viral TikTok hack that you have adopted as your own, and one that you do constantly now that you didn't do before discovering it. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Have a beautifully blessed rest of your day.